Welcome to our team's presentation of the Flix2You database redesign project. We thank you for giving us the 10 minutes of your time for this presentation. Hello everybody, I'm Scott Graw, project manager on this assignment, and participating in our presentation are our team members introduced here in alphabetical order. We'll get into each of our roles later in the presentation, and each person will get to introduce themselves to you too, but I'd like you to know that no matter our roles, every team member provided a vital part and bring unique qualities and knowledge into developing this proposed solution. In this presentation, we'll highlight the elements detailed in our project document. These include the general project plan and deliverables and timeline. Then John will go briefly over the resources and budgets needed to complete the project, and he'll outline the different user types and their requirements and roles in using the systems too. Chris Badman will cover the database portion, explaining the redesign of the data tables and some of the SQL changes he made. And Ryan will speak on the database administration, including the methods for backup and recovery, data access and security, and data loading, which he performed on the test environment for this project. Chris Schieffer will explore the data dashboard and some of its components, which was his baby in this project. And finally, Ryan will wrap up the presentation with a summary of our conclusions. So, Flix2You has come to us because they have a database that was designed about a decade ago to capture movie rental information and membership records at store locations. Since then, of course, the business has evolved, the stores are closed, and things have moved online. Now you can download movies and shows and rent more than just DVDs. Video games are hot right now, and they contribute big time to the bottom line. The old database has nothing about video games, nothing about downloads. It was still looking to rent from storefronts. So, we have to make changes. And the thought was, since we're already going to tear it up, then let's go all the way and build some other features that are lacking so that Flix2You execs can take this data, this information, in an easy and clear way and use it to find trends and build new marketing programs from them, and take the business skyrocketing in new directions that you need it to go. The remaining slides in the next 8 minutes or so will take you through the details and steps that need to be done over a period of about 8 more weeks in order to make this vision a reality. The high-level steps to make these changes are shown here. To produce the project document in this presentation, we have completed the analysis phase already. We looked at the existing tables, made estimates, and designed a new structure. Next, we'll build everything. Then we'll load and test it and train users. The next slide with the timeline shows it all broken down into more defined steps. Here's the project plan timeline. Note how most of the analysis phase parts are checked off as already complete. Take your time looking at this, and I'd like to thank you once again because now I'm going to hand off the presentation to John Julich.
Thank you, Scott. And now on to project costs. For manpower and assets, we're going to have a total cost of $120,070. And for licensing fees, this will be annual, at $1,049.50. We can break down our manpower costs, and individually, our project manager is going to charge $19,500, our database engineer $18,200, our database administrator $21,600, our data analyst $22,000, and our quality assurance manager $24,000, bringing a total manpower to $100,300. For our software costs, we're going to have a contracted off-site backup service. That'll be a $600 annual fee. Our SQL Server 2008 is already licensed, so that'll be a $0 fee. And our McAfee VirusScan Enterprise 8.8 will be $449.50, bringing our total software to $1,049.50. Our equipment is we're going to have a Dell or HP server. That's $2,500. A Barracuda backup server 960, priced at $9,500, and a 2 terabyte Western Digital RAID hard drive, priced at $380. The total equipment would be $12,380. Some of the users that we're going to have are going to be a database administrator, a database operator, database security officer, network administrator, internet security specialist, a trainer, a web administrator, applications programmers, upper management, middle management, marketing, finance and accounting, data analyst, and of course customer service.
Hi, my name is Chris Badman, and I'll be taking you through the current database schema and the problems we found, as well as demonstrating the improvements we made while constructing the new database schema. This is the old schema, and there are some obvious problems that we can see. In the upper right hand corner we can see the video stores table. This table is no longer needed as Flix2You closed all of their physical locations. The movies table is obviously geared towards one part of your current and future business. This single table also means that you may need to store duplicate data should you have a particular movie on DVD and download. Also, if you look at the customer rentals table, you'll notice that by design only one item may be rented or purchased on each item rental ID. This means that anyone purchasing or renting multiple items is creating multiple orders. Looking through some of these problems, we made some improvements to the design. This is the new Flix2You database schema. As you can see, we've added some information to help Flix2You move forward into other markets. Rather than just having a movies table, we've changed it into a products table. This allows you to encompass apps and games as well as movies. Considering that you may have the same game or movie in multiple formats such as download or DVD, we've helped reduce redundant data by storing the stock information in a separate table. This way they can share general information about the product. In order to better handle orders, we've set up an order and order detail table. This will allow a person to have multiple stock items on one order. We've added some fields to the customers table so that it's easier to query for gender and location statistics, and we've also added a ratings table so that users will be able to rate and leave comments about their favorite products. This entire schema has been normalized to third normal form, which will help us guard against redundancy. To demonstrate some of the syntax we'll be using to create your new database, we've included some of the SQL used to create a few of the tables, as well as what we did to insert some of the test data into the schema. Thank you for your time, and I'll now be handing the presentation over to my teammate Ryan.
Thanks. My name is Ryan Bathauer, and as the database administrator, I will be covering database administration. In order to make sure that the data is protected from various problems, we will employ a full recovery model for backing up and recovering the database. This means that we will need to have full differential and transaction log backups, which will minimize exposure to data loss. We'd be looking to install a backup strategy similar to what's being displayed in this graphic. It will be performed at least one time daily. At the end of each month, the last daily backup will be moved to an external media and kept for 12 months. Likewise, the last daily backup of the year should be kept for 7 years on external medium. Differential backups will occur no less than 4 times between full backups so they don't get too large as to be unusable. These differential backups should be kept for 2 weeks. Transaction logs are backed up every 30 minutes, but to avoid performance issues, these transaction log backups should not run while another backup is running. The database access and permissions are configured for a tiered approach. The database will be accessed through a customizable ASP.NET PHP interface. The tiered database access levels are DBA, a management access level, customer service access level, and end user or customer. Due to the prevalence of SQL injection attacks, the web frontend has constrained and sanitized data fields and type-safe SQL parameters. The web frontend GUI is secured with SSL for encrypted transactions. Financial information is processed through VeriSign, and account information is masked in all reports to protect privacy. Though the ASP.NET PHP interface is the primary method for customers to access the database, the SQL backend is configured for direct authentication access for future Flix2You app development. In order to migrate over to the new database that we've designed, we have 2 options which require 2 different timeframes and levels of effort. The first option is to do a one-time cutover and remove the old database. This would require us to create some queries that would extract the data necessary from the old database and populate the new database. This option would be the cleanest and the quickest, but it might also be the most costly, as we would need to bring down the entire database for an undetermined amount of time. The second option is to migrate slowly and allow both databases to stand on their own until all the necessary changes are made. This can be accomplished using triggers on both databases. This option will take more time, but allows a more methodical approach, which could be safer. Well, that covers the database administration. Next up, Chris Schiefer will show us data dashboard and analytics. Chris?
Thank you, Ryan. My name is Chris Schiefer, and in my role as a business analyst, I will be giving you an overview of the Flix2You Executive Dashboard. Every good corporation is driven by the quality and availability of information. The flow and transparency of information is critical to the performance of any business. Information that is readily available to both executives and managers will provide a means for faster and more efficient business decisions. As part of this proposal, we have put together a prototype dashboard based upon the Flix2You Enhanced Data Model. As part of the Enhanced Data Model, we can now provide Flix2You with an extended analytics and business intelligence in the form of a dashboard. The Flix2You Executive Dashboard provides the following value drivers: extended revenue views by lines of business, real-time insight to help you drive real-time action, a top-down view of business performance, and some customer and marketing campaign effectiveness. Within the Flix2You Executive Dashboard, we have provided the following reports and key business measures that are core to the Flix2You business model. The first report is total revenue by month. This report provides a trending view of the total revenue by month for all product lines. The second is unit sales by line of business. This report provides the total unit sales by the individual lines of business, such as on-demand and rentals. Then we have total sales volume by month. This report provides total sales volume by month with the individual lines of business represented within the stacked bar chart. Then we have total revenue by region. This report provides insight into where your sales are on a regional breakdown or view. And finally, we have the summary key business measures and performance by line of business. This report provides several important measures and financial results for the Flix2You Corporation. The report provides a further detailed view of the following key measures and performance drivers: sales and revenue results with a monthly variance, detailed sales view of revenue by product, a regional revenue breakdown, some customer activity analysis, total new memberships, new customer activity by line of business, marketing campaign effectiveness, and a breakdown by age demographic. Now I'm going to turn over the presentation back over to Ryan to summarize our conclusions and give the closing remarks.
Thanks again, Chris. As you can see, Team 4 has presented in our Flix2You project an accurate project plan that rapidly implements customer success, a budget-friendly resource and man-hour cost analysis, an exhaustive current schema exploration with technical steps for improvement, a foolproof data security, access, and backup plan for the new database implementation, and a comprehensive dashboard and report engine that provides accurate key business and performance measures and analytics for growth tracking. We'd like to thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions related to Team 4's Flix2You proposal, please contact us at 1-800-855-3425 or email us at badbas@team4llc.com. Thanks again.